Well, I wasn't going to mill today, but I mean, film the milling. I was going to mill, but I didn't think I was going to film. I'm moving at a slower pace today, so I thought, well, I'm moving slow, I might as well film. Yesterday, I milled up 7 logs. They weren't big logs. None of these logs are big. These are all logs that came from some area I was clearing, so I don't get many boards out of them. Yesterday I was at averaging 6 or 7 boards. I did get about 3 or 5, I can't remember, 8-inch boards, which I was really happy in, and I got some 7-inch boards. For a lot of this stuff, I never know what I'm using it for, but right now for my birdhouses, I need some 7.5, 8-inch boards, so I'm trying to get 8-inch boards out of this stuff, but it's just, as you can see, it's awful small. But yeah, I noticed my battery is not very charged up. I've never tried to film milling while I'm using the sawmill, so I'll try my magnetic mount and I'll put it on. I don't know if I'll put it on fast forward or what. I'm still learning this YouTube stuff and recording. I don't know if I can speed it up after the fact or if you speed it up when you film it. So, and it looks like my battery is only at about 29, so it's not going to go long. I do have a second battery, but I haven't been using it, so I don't have chargers. So I guess that's the next thing I'm going to do is have to buy a little charger, because plugging the camera into the computer to charge is sort of silly. So I guess I'll have to spend the money on that. But hey, I'm gonna get milling here now, so I'm gonna find a place to put you on the camera, and I'll be right back. Well, here it goes. I'll try this angle, see what that looks like. That battery is down to 24, so it's not gonna last long. Let's grab you here. I'll have to do a little editing on this. Well, the magnets hold plenty strong. I decided to turn it again. These small logs are really a bit of a pain, but it's better than nothing. So I'm going to turn it already. I just took one cut. For a lot of the projects I work on, I don't mind a little of the wane on the edge. I sometimes, when I'm cutting, I prefer to just not worry about some of the wane and get a little bit wider board. So that's why we took a big cut on that one to get it clean. I'm going to flip it. I have the end up here raised up. The log was a little off-centered. I think it was 10 on one end and 9 on the other. So when I have a log like that, I usually make the first cut, which was this cut, and then I rotate it to do that. A lot of times I'll flip the log right upside down, not upside down, but you know what I mean, and mill it that way. But since I already have it, the board in place to my makeshift taper, I just go ahead and get these 2 cuts, and then I can take the taper off. And it's sort of funny because at this point it feels like I got a decent log, but when I take the taper off and take the next cuts, it's like, yeah, this is small. So I'll get it set up here for you. And if I have any battery life, I'll be back. The boards a bit crap on the end, but 65/8, I get 6 boards. Get that in out. Sawdust bucket. Well, one of these mills, you gotta enjoy the labor. There's a lot of it. Okay, so now what I'm doing, clearing the deck so I can edge that first board that I cut. Not getting don't get a lot out of this one, but hey, it's 4-inch board, 3.5 at least. Anything smaller than this, I wouldn't bother. Even this is like borderline. Yeah, make a cut at 6 inches. You have a little wane on one side. But one of the projects I'm doing this year is going to build some lean-tos. So for those, for a lean-to, little wane, it's going to be all covered up. If you use it for the roof, it'll all be covered up with tar paper. Put the good side down if I want. Then you won't even see it. Here it is. Side no wane, a little wane on this side. Actually, I was able to get 4.5 inches on this board, which I don't use it for other things. This will even work out for some of my birdhouse projects. On the boards I need 4 inches. So with a little bit of wane and the shrinkage, I'll have plenty to trim off and get a nice board. Gonna go ahead and see what kind of battery life, if it's still running. It's still going. So this one, basically get 3 more boards out of this. The bottom board will have a little bit of wane, but I got a number of boards that are good. And I already got, so I got 3 there. I got 3 there and a little. So I got 7 boards. Out of the bigger boards, they're all, hell, what are these, 6.5? 6 1/4. I got at least 5 good, probably at least out of the 6 bigger ones, I got at least 5 of them are pretty good. 4 really good, and it looks like there's a bit of wane on that one, but that one I think it just cuts off at 2 feet. So that's a lot of times what I do is I will not worry if the last foot or 2 is bad. I just cut it, and once it's dried, I can cut it, you know, I can shorten it up, and a lot of times I'm just going for the wider boards, especially when you're dealing with trees like that. But so, and that's 42 inches by about 8.5 feet. That didn't take me very long. It took me longer because I was filming it. I don't know how long it takes me to do this. When you're working yourself, it's takes longer, but I guess if I'm charged up and ready, I mean, this is done in under half an hour. I mean, I can, you know, yesterday I was doing some I thought they were bigger logs, but, and I hadn't milled in a year, but it took me a little longer, I think. But yeah, maybe at least 40, you know, maybe 45 minutes. You net so much more out of larger logs. You know, on every log you still gotta open up each face, so you got 4 slabs that you're cutting off. And then you, on the smaller logs, sometimes I give up a little wood so I don't have to, you know, edge these. Like this one here, this little one here, that's a little extra work. Sometimes on a bigger log, you'll have a couple of those that you got to edge. But you're netting so many more boards in between that it doesn't really matter. You're either netting wider or more boards, depending how you do your tree. But yeah, I mean, if I put this down for decking, it's stronger than 1/2-inch OSB as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it isn't, but technically, but I think it's pretty darn good. You could, I don't know if I put this on, if I've done this on 24 centers, I probably could, 24-inch centers. But OSB's got to be on 16-inch centers, so you might be able to save some material. So if you go out and look what a sheet of 3/4-inch OSB is right now, what is it? Probably at least, I think it's come down, but I'm assuming at least $60 right now. I mean, hell, 1/2-inch was 40 something the other day. So this is definitely worth my time. Just using it like OSB, but I use it for the birdhouses too. It's great. So, but yeah, well, I think I'm going to end this video today. Just a short one.